After 6 weeks, the Inner West Council has finally seen sense and implemented a much safer diversion around the worksite in Richard Murden Reserve in Haberfield. Let's go back to the beginning. On the 27th of March, I rode past the worksite and noticed that pretty hopeless arrangements have been put in place to divert pedestrian traffic around the site. I ride through this area several times a week, and one thing I've noticed over the years is just how many people walk or run through here. The diversion wasn't just insufficient, it was downright dangerous. I collected some video on the 27th, 29th and 30th and sent this off to Council on 31 March, along with a suggestion that they can improve the diversion by blocking off the parking lane, which is hardly used at all, and giving pedestrians and cyclists a much safer option for bypassing the site. I heard nothing from Council within 10 days, so on the 12th of April I sent a follow-up email with video footage collected on the 4th, 7th, 8th and 9th. I got a response from Council on 18th of April saying they wanted people to walk on the other side of the road instead of past the worksite on the eastern side of Hawthorn Parade. I was interstate for a few weeks at this time, and when I got back I went for my usual ride and had a look. Council's response had been to push the fence out to the edge of the road to block people from walking on the grassy verge. How did pedestrians respond? By walking or running on the road instead, which meant going around parked cars on the outside, an even more dangerous situation than before. That resulted in yet another video and follow-up email on 5th of May pointing out the fresh risk to pedestrian safety that created. This time I noticed that the Council has a road safety manager, so I included them too. I didn't get a chance to look again until Friday, 17th of May. On that ride, I noticed that the fence had been pushed back from the verge to allow pedestrians to walk safely past the site. Nothing was done about closing the parking lane to provide an even safer solution, but this is better than what was there before. I'm glad that common sense has finally won through, but there are some really disappointing aspects to this sorry tale. First, the traffic management plan for this project appears to have shown no regard for human nature. People always want to take the shortest route between 2 points, and the plan completely ignored that desire. Second, people were directed to cross the road twice to go around the site, but no additional measures were put in place to improve the safety of either crossing. The most obvious improvement would have been to remove all parked vehicles, boats and trailers within 10 metres of either side of the crossings to improve sight lines in each direction. Instead, those who wanted to cross the road had to poke out from behind cars or boats that blocked all view of oncoming traffic. Those crossing points could also have been better protected with temporary speed humps to slow down vehicles. If you were really serious, both crossings would have been protected by traffic controllers. Third, it appears the Council staff have prioritised vehicle parking over pedestrian safety and have repeatedly refused to budge from that position. The most disturbing feature of this policy is that this section of road is hardly used for car parking, with the main occupants being a box trailer and a boat that haven't moved for months. Would it really have been the end of the world to temporarily clear a little used section of parking lane to provide complete pedestrian safety? When did long-term boat parking come to trump the requirement to stop people being hit by cars? I find this absolutely unfathomable, and it is a really disturbing mindset. Council really needs to have a good look at its priorities. Leading on from this is my fourth and final point, the rather bloody-minded decision by Council staff to shift the fence out to the curb, which removed the only safe space for pedestrians on the eastern side of the road. Those staff can thank their lucky stars that no one was hit as a result of that incredible decision. This smacks of Council wanting to get its way at any cost, rather than observing the reality on the ground and designing a safe solution that suits everyone. My hope is that Council can learn something from this and improve how diversions are planned in the future. The safety of people should be top priority, and parking be damned.